Best gets military theory, increases pop, plays reserves, builds a lab, builds a lab, builds a temple. And then Octavian declares the Olympic Games, develops computers, increases pop, disbands knights, and builds a temple. Okay, let's see what happens with Harmony. Okay, so that aircraft lost us 4 points. Government, that's the one we put in. Progress. I wonder who seeded that. And balance. Oof. Yeah, so taking the aircraft was the wrong choice. Fortunately, we're still ahead. So, interesting game. I think that I made a bunch of mistakes, and in fact, you're welcome to follow the YouTube threads on the different videos to see some suggestions from other players. I think that looking at the other players, the low civil action count really hurt them. Octavian was on 4 actions the entire game with Theocracy. I think his transition to Theocracy was well timed, but he didn't have the chance to get out of it. And despite having the Louvre, he was a bit too much behind in that regard. Bass, I think, was a bit inconclusive about his military. He was going for it, but not deeply enough, and Octavian managed to get some points off him from a war. Like Bass needed 2 good wars, and I think he entered H3 in that direction and didn't push on it enough. Looking at my board, I started by going for Machu Picchu and then transitioned to Forbidden City, and I think that was the right move. The civil action was important, and being able to ignore unhappy faces, especially at that time, was really helpful. And likewise, the timing in Harvard College was really good. I was behind in science. I was starting to lag behind in science with only philosophies. So Harvard College really saved this, and I think we might even use the ability a couple of times. And finally, Hollywood was a nice chunk of points. The timing was perfect. Really at the apex of my theater empire with Bach and 2 movies. I think that military, um, maybe I should have stressed military a bit more. But other than that, I think the economy and the transition between the leaders was reasonable. Um, one big mistake I've done here was my timing. My Sun Tzu timing was atrocious. Just burning it for this and giving everyone the bonus for a long period of time. Getting Joan of Arc, which was a week later at the time, didn't really help me much. So I think that was the big mistake of the game. Um, Choosing my Sun Tzu transition incorrectly, I should have just forfeited the bonus and went for Saladin. And another big mistake I've done, and again, both of these were pointed out by commentators on YouTube, was not using Bach plus Breakthrough to research a drama and, in fact, get a science bonus out of it, which would let me get Republic a turn earlier. That could have been pretty cool. So that is the game. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.